Hi, I'm Jen with Orange Modworks, and this is going to be a first look at our upcoming fusion kit for the Elite Alpha Trooper. This kit will be, it's going to be up on Project Orange soon. So the fusion kit is a pusher conversion for Elite Alpha Troopers. It is not a complete internal replacement like some of our previous kits, as in it does not come with a bolt sled trigger or trigger catch. It comes with the key components to turn an Elite Alpha Trooper into a pusher style short dart only or Stefan dart only blaster. With this kit, a 7 kilogram spring is included. We found that 7 kilogram is about as much of a spring as an Alpha Trooper can take before this priming rod starts to bend too much to prime reliably. You can put stronger springs in, but you'll have to tweak it and pad the plunger to get it to prime. So, getting on to the main guts of the kit. We experimented with using the same expanded plunger tube as we did in the Retaliator and Recon Mark II hybrid kit, but due to how the Alpha Trooper's plunger tube is suspended in here, it didn't work as well. There was no reliable way to get a expanded tube in here without doing permanent modifications to the shell. So, the breech is an O-ring sealed pusher breech that has had its internal diameter optimized for use with the sort of hybrid style barrel and chamber, the one-part barrel and chamber. So up here we have the small O-ring that seals against the chamber, standard O-ring in the back that seals against the plunger body. The internal diameters have been optimized to reduce dead space, and that also allowed us to slim down the profile of the breech. The structure up here allows air to rush past the dart, and that will help avoid vacuum loading issues. So far in testing, we have not had vacuum loading, mainly because this narrower cross-section here allows air to easily rush past it, but there could be an instance where the O-ring makes it up to about here, and that last sort of half an inch, you'll get a slight vacuum loading effect. So this structure up at the front prevents that from happening. The barrel and chamber in this kit are an integrated one-piece construction. And they interface like so. O-ring to the back of the barrel. We've chamfered this and smoothed it out, as well as dropped down the surface to line up with the magazine as much as possible. Ideally, you would use dome tip darts. The dome tips tend to load more reliably in pusher systems, but any dart where the rubber head of the dart does not extend past the foam is compatible. We cap the barrel length at about 6 inches here, a little more than 6 inches, because any longer and you really you run into drag issues because there just isn't enough volume in this plunger to propel the dart down an extremely long length of barrel. So with the false orange barrel in place, it keeps this centered, and the dart will go straight through without hitting the sidewalls. It all centers up like so and is held in place in the blaster. You don't need to put tape around your barrel or anything. It simply isn't long enough, and being a one-piece construction, you don't really have to worry about sag or anything. Now, these are 3D printed prototype parts, but the final kit will all be in black POM. The POM is very low friction, so that really makes it easier to use a sealed pusher system in an Alpha Trooper because you're struggling with lower spring weights and lower plunger volumes. So with that POM construction, the darts should just glide right out, even some of the fatter aftermarket darts. Now, with this kit, the main components are the spring, chamber and barrel, and the breech. And the breech, of course, has 2 O-rings. This O-ring up front is a new O-ring. It's not like O-rings in our kits in the past. It's a new size to make this seal. And that's about it for this kit. It's a simple drop-in conversion that turns your Elite Alpha Trooper into a Stefan or short dart blaster. Velocities with this kit in the 3D printed components, we're hovering around the 150 to 170 mark. It could be lower with a 5 kilogram spring if you have concerns about velocities or you just want your blaster to be an indoor blaster, but we found that this setup is really kind of a sweet spot for Stefan blasters. It doesn't hurt too bad. The false barrel gives the darts some time to slow down before they're out the muzzle. So it's an accurate, sort of handy indoor blaster. Or if you've always wanted to use Stefan darts, but most Stefan blasters are too powerful, this is a good alternative. So let's take it over to the chronograph and give it a whirl. Take the results with a grain of salt because, as I said, these are 3D printed components. There's a little more drag on this black resin material. It's a little grippy. So I would expect the final results to be very similar, but possibly higher. Alright, this is the Elite Alpha Trooper with the Fusion kit installed. We're going to be firing stock streamlines cut down to Stefan size. We have a 7 kilogram spring installed. Take these results with a grain of salt because they're all 3D printed prototypes. .5, 151.1, 149.4, 148.8. Alright, there you have it. Stock darts, pusher breech. Thanks for watching.